Good morning. It's Thursday morning, June 4th. It's hard to believe it's already June and into June. I want to first thank Kelly for her excellent job on morning prayers. I told her it was nice being the recipient of morning prayers and not the conveyor of morning prayers. And so I just really appreciated a new face and a new voice, and I hope she'll continue to take some turns at this morning prayer thing. And I also invite others. It's not as hard as you might think, and it's okay to be uncomfortable. I don't know that I'm comfortable yet, and thinking about that, I think it's particularly a time to be okay with being uncomfortable on many places. So again, good morning, and I'm glad you're with us with morning prayers. And I ask you to prepare yourself, your mind, your heart, your body for morning prayer. I commune with my heart in the night and the morning. I meditate and search my spirit. So let's take a deep breath, be still, and be aware of God's presence within and all around. This is from John 20, and we're concluding a series on the good news of Jesus from Celtic Treasure. There was a garden in the place where Jesus was crucified, and the garden was a tomb. In the garden there was a tomb in which Jesus' body was laid. He was wrapped in linen cloths with a precious mixture of myrrh and spices. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still very dark, Mary Magdalene came to the garden. She saw that the stone had been rolled away from the tomb. So she ran to tell Peter and the disciple whom Jesus loved. "They have taken the master from the tomb," she said, "and I do not know where they have laid him." When the two disciples hurried to the garden and found the tomb empty, apart from the linen cloths that had been used to wrap Jesus' body, Mary remained in the garden after the disciples had gone. She stood weeping outside the tomb. But as she wept, she looked into the tomb and saw two angels of light. They were sitting where the body of Jesus had been laid, one at the head and the other at the foot. Then she turned around and saw him, but did not know that it was Jesus. He said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? And who are you looking for?" Supposing him to be the gardener, Mary said, "Sit. If you have carried the body away, please tell me." Excuse me, sir. I need to put my glasses on. "Sir, if you have carried the body away, please tell me where you have laid him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." And he recognized his voice and said, "Teacher." "Do not try to hold me," said Jesus, "for I am returning to God. Tell the disciples what you have seen and say to them, I am going to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." So Mary Magdalene went and said to the disciples, "I've seen the Lord." This was the first sign that Jesus did after his death, and he revealed his presence to them. There are many other things that could be told about Jesus, but if every one of them were reported, I suppose the world itself could not contain the books that would be written. And now we go to Psalm 98. Sing to the Lord a new song for wonders he has done. His right hand gave him victory, and his holy arm. The Lord made known his victory. Before the nations' eyes he revealed his bounty. He recalled his kindness and his faithfulness to the house of Israel. At the ends of the earth, all the ends of the earth have seen the victory of our God. Shout out to the Lord, all the earth. Burst forth in glad song and hymn. Hymn to the Lord on the lyre with the sound of hymning, with trumpets and the sound of ram's horn. Sound loud before the King, the Lord. Let the sea and its fullness thunder, the world and those dwelling in it. Let the rivers clap their hands. Let the mountains together sing gladly before the Lord, for he comes to judge the earth. He judges the world in justice and peoples righteously. So I selected a poem today. It's called A Prayer for a Violent Nation by Caitlin Curtis. And she's a Native American Christian author and speaker. And she is a member of the Potawatomi Citizen Band and has grown up in the Christian faith. And she writes about the intersection of Indigenous spirituality, faith, and everyday life in the church. A prayer for a violent nation. O God, mystery, creator, first breath, we are so troubled. We are the ones in denial of our violence, and we are the ones who are crying out for justice. Can you feel us shaking? O God, mystery, creator, first breath, we are spiraling in despair. We are looking to the ancestors who teach us how to pray, and we are calling out the ancestors who handed down their violence to us. Can we be different? O God, mystery, creator, first breath, we cannot fathom wholeness because maybe we really don't want it. Teach us to want it. Can we want it? O God, mystery, creator, first breath, we cannot go on this way with broken bones and unhealed wounds and people screaming in the streets for air. O God, mystery, creator, first breath, we are trying not to give up on each other. We need to remember our way home. We need to learn to believe in us. Can we believe in us? Help us remember what it means. Help us name and honor those who are killed in our streets. Help us name our white supremacy. Help us hold one another in real love. Help us deny systems of whiteness. Help us decenter hate. Help us find the wounds. Help us heal the wounds. Help us. Help. And that's the poem, A Prayer for a Violent Nation by Caitlin Curtis. So let's take some time to reflect on our scripture and poem. In the silence of our hearts or in spoken words, let us give thanks for the gift of this day and pray for the life of the world. O Christ, who died yet lives, and who is among us as one who has returned to God, your words speak to us from the center of our hearts. You address us from the garden of our souls. Call us by name that we may recognize you within us and among us. Show us your wounds that in the brokenness of life we may glimpse your resurrection presence. Amen. As heavy as the recent days have felt, I invite you to, through the heaviness, find the joy that God has placed in our hearts. Find a way to be the light in this world, today and every day. God bless.